Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. I apologise for the state that I'm starting this video in because I've literally just finished my 50 minutes of cardio on the stairs and it was a sweaty one. But I thought I'd run you through a full day of eating today, and I checked in this morning and I've had some diet changes. So I'll pop the check-in from this morning here. So this is, I do two kind of parts to my check-in. I do one in the lighting, which we've used the whole time, which is up in our flat, and then I have also started checking in outside just because the lighting is a bit different and you can kind of see a little bit more of the definition in certain body parts when I'm in that kind of natural light. So it's kind of good to get both perspectives to see where I'm at, but I still check in the flat so I can compare where I was at the beginning of my prep. So I've actually, on Saturday, my weight dropped a good bit. I dropped 1.2 kilos last week, which was fab. Now I have actually, my weight creeped back up. It's gone up 800 grams. There could be a lot of different factors in that, but at the end of the day, it means we haven't lost any weight. So I do want to make sure, or Nikki wants to make sure, that we are pressing forwards with progress. So for any of you who are new, Nikki is my boyfriend and is also my coach, and he is taking me through this entire prep, and so far I'm so happy with the look that we have brought. I am 10 weeks out on Sunday this week. It is now Wednesday, and I've got some diet changes which I will show you today. So like I said, Nikki is my coach, so I've just did my check-in here. You can see I went 800 grams. Now there could be a lot of factors in that, like for example, on a Saturday I check in at 7 a.m. Today I have to check in at 5 a.m. because it's a weekday and I have more to do. That's how far I am out from both of my shows. So 10.5 weeks out from show number 1 and 12.5 weeks out from my first pro qualifier. And just some little things, it's also my period, so could be another thing that is affecting scale weight, and leg day yesterday was brutal. So I've got all my check-in feedback here, and this was Nikki's feedback from that check-in. And I totally agree with everything he said, and I was like, come at me with those food drops. I am ready. So I'll talk you through my training day food drops today, but things have also come down on a rest day, and we are now up to 60 minutes of cardio on a rest day, 50 on a training day, which is fab. I do get a few people asking me about cardio and why I'm doing so much so early on, but I mean, it's actually just so person dependent, and there's a lot of pro athletes who also do a lot of cardio. For example, I know that Dayraja Hill, who's a really good IFBB pro, does over an hour of cardio. Laura Lee, I'm going to butcher their second name. You'll know who I'm talking about if you follow Bikini. She's like 5 weeks out and doing 2 hours of cardio. And like, even looking at actual bodybuilders, like if you go back and watch like people like Jay Cutler and stuff, we're doing 2 hours of cardio. Like, you don't need to be afraid of cardioing off your muscle if you know when to rest, if you know when to pull back, if you know how to structure your diet properly, and things like that. So it's not, you just shouldn't be afraid to push hard. Don't be afraid of cardio. It is not the absolute devil. And if you want to get shredded, and if you're someone like me who, my body does not like to be lean, so I have to push cardio. That is not an option. It's not an option for me to do less cardio. Otherwise I'd be eating absolutely nothing. So we push for more cardio and we keep my food a bit higher so that I can still perform well in the gym. That's what works for me personally. But as of today, we've got some good food drops. So I'm just off to make meal number 1, which has not changed. That is my good old 2 eggs and 80 gram or 85 grams of chicken. So that's a good meal. Still love it. I used to have a muffin and it was so good. Like a breakfast muffin with that meal, and it was just so good. There's actually a lot of things to be positive about when your food comes down. 1, it means that changes are coming. 2, it means that you know that you're going to come in tighter, that weight drops are going to happen, and that's super exciting. 3, it means that you get closer to the possibility of a refeed, which, if you've ever had a refeed, it gives you life. So no refeeds for me yet. I'm still 10 weeks out, but we want to make sure that I am not chasing my tail towards the end of this prep, that we are ready and that we can cruise into the shows without having to push for condition at the very last minute, which you do not want to do. So we push now so that we can reap the rewards later. But anyway, 10 weeks out, food drops here, fire is well and truly lit in my belly. Let's get this. Okay, so here we have it, first meal. So just the usual chicken and poached eggs, but I've actually just started making my poached eggs a little bit harder because obviously now I don't have like a muffin or bread or anything to soak up the runny yolk. So I now cook these for 6 minutes. So if you're having just like a pro-fat breakfast, you still want to do a poached egg, just make it that a little bit harder, and it means you don't lose any of that yolky goodness. But I cannot wait to tuck into this because I am starving. Okay, it's a little while later now. I've had a good chunk of just sitting down, bashing out some check-ins, and it's about 40 minutes till I need to eat again, but I'm almost out of oats, which doesn't normally happen. So normally don't ever let myself get low on the essentials, but I need to run to Sainsbury's, so just gonna run and do that. But I'm just gonna grab work phone and headphones so I can do check-in replies and my purse, and then we're off. Please don't mind, I know I wear my Pitstop jumpers all the time, they're just really comfy hoodies. I do have 2 of them. The only thing is, because they're white, I do spill food down them a lot. I promise they're not grotty, they're just stained. I do wash them, I swear. But anyway, off to the shops, get some steps done, and then I will be back for meal 2 / pre-workout, and I can talk you through my first food drop that I've had today. We got the goods. Now it's time to make up pre. So my pre-workout meal is oats and whey as always. And what I do is I put the oats and the whey together in with some cold water and I let it soak. And it depends how organised I am, will depend how long I let it soak for, but the longer the better. So I'm going to let that soak while I sort Nikki's pre-workout, which is cream of rice. Let's just take a minute to appreciate how good Nikki's pre looks. I mean, cream of rice, whey, nut butter and banana is an absolute dream to me right now.
Oh, there it is.
There you go. Enjoy! So it's been soaking a good wee while. So this is only 50 grams of oats. It was reduced from 60 to 50 today, which is sad times. So I've put quite a bit of water in this to give me lots of volume. So I'm going to put this in the microwave for about a minute, stir it, 30 seconds, stir it, just until it is at the perfect consistency. It's got very warm in here, so we ditched the jumper. Okay, so it's now out of the microwave, and I don't know if I can like even show you the kind of texture it is from up here, but 1 second. So you want it like slightly sloppy, just because it will thicken as it cools. Oops, steamy. Now I have my, right, that was 67 when the 60 grams when the spoon was on it, but I've taken the spoon off to stir it. So this is 60 grams of banana. Now I like to heat my banana up and mix it in so you get banana all the way through, and it just reminds me of like a banana pudding. So we'll pop that in the microwave and we'll stir it in. Okay, so this is it. All that banana is nice and stirred through, and I reckon it's gonna be good. So that way I've actually ran out of my beloved Dimetize, and it's very hard to get in the UK at the moment because of leaving the EU. It's not a UK company. So I have been using the, what's it called? Perform ISO. So it's good, it just doesn't digest quite as well for me. I think it's to do with the sweetener they use. I'm just sensitive to that kind of stuff, but it still does the job, and the taste is very good. Little taste test. Perfect, needs a bit more salt. So people sometimes ask me like, why do you salt your oats? Because it's my pre-workout meal, and when you're in the gym, sodium is good for contractions, and obviously when you sweat you lose sodium, and especially while I'm doing cardio and then training, as an athlete or as someone who trains, you're going to need more sodium than your average person who doesn't train. So I use a mix of Himalayan salt, mainly for taste, and normal sea salt, because actually Himalayan salt is low in sodium and I never used to know that. So I use a mix of both, but I'll just add a little bit more pink salt. Sorted. Right, gonna go and tuck into this and catch up on some messages and stuff, and then I will see you before we go to train. Time for my favourite part of the day now. It's coffee time. So, big mugs at the ready. And I have been trying some new coffees recently. This is one we're having today, which I got in Holland and Barrett. And I'm not gonna lie, it's alright. I'm just using it up, but it's not my fave. This, however, I got it in Waitrose and it tasted really, really good. And I love the idea that the company basically kind of gives back and helps save the orangutans. What does it say on the back? There we go. Coffee farmers receive 50 cents for each kilo, and a further 50 cents goes to orangutan conservation programs. So I mean, tastes good and does good, can't argue. But today's coffee about to go down, and then it is time for getting the intra workout sorted in the tubs. I didn't do my intra. Nikki weighed my intra out for me, so this is still exactly the same as the last time. 30 grams of carb powder, 15 grams of VAs, 10 grams of creatine. So just popping that in a big bottle of water so I can stay hydrated. And I'm about to make my pre-workout up in just a second. So obviously I have my pre-workout coffee for caffeine, and then I have my pump pre-workout. Today is shoulders and I'm feeling a bit leaner, so hopefully I'll get a real good pump. So I accidentally left my shaker in the car yesterday, so I've just got a random water bottle, a bit of water in it, and going to measure out the equivalent of a double scoop of this. This is the Superhuman Pump in Peach Pumps. Oh my god, this tastes so good. So good. Oh, it is so good. It does give me a bit of an itchy face, but it also gives me a really, really good pump and good focus, so I don't mind it too much. Sometimes it doesn't make me itch as much. I don't know what it is, but if it didn't give me an itchy face, I'd probably drink this more than I should, because it is absolutely delicious. Kind of reminds me of, like, I don't know, it reminds me of like the peach sweets I used to get, the peach rings. I don't know, it just tastes amazing. Anyway, it's gym time. And we are back from the gym. Just sent Nikki my video analysis, and he has lovingly weighed my food out. It's such a tiny kitchen and it's absolute carnage, us both trying to cook our meals in, so I'll probably just update you once my meal is ready. I am so ready for it though. I've only had the reduction of the 10 grams of oats so far today, but I do feel hungrier. I think it's just mental, but I am very ready for my cream of rice. Are you laughing at me?
No.
He's laughing at me. Okay, so I've got my cream of rice in here with my whey, and I've whisked it up. Maybe, I think I've taken you guys through how I cook my cream of rice before. If not, I'll do it in my next full day of eating. But I'm just going to put my raspberries, they're just like the best frozen fruit, on top. Okay, I just totally fucked that up trying to show you guys what I do, because I forgot to put salt in it before I put the berries on. Never mind. So I'm going to salt it now. But basically, my post-workout is now just 50 grams of cream of rice, 8 grams of raspberries, which is quite low, but hopefully at some point we'll be able to put that back up again. I'm still having a good bit of carbs intra-workout, so that kind of contributes to my session a lot and to my recovery, and I'm going to have carbs in my post-workout meal as well, so we're all good. But he's taken my Squares bar just fully away, and it's just so sad. I have like a full-on stock. 1 second. Like, look at all the packets of Squares bars. Sad times. But anyway, just gonna go and tuck in to my post-workout meal. Probably one of my favourites. Got my trusty old baby spoon. I just burnt my hand doing that. Got my trusty old baby spoon and now burnt hand. And I'm gonna go and enjoy my post-workout, and I will catch you later for a little bit of a food shop. Okay, we're at Lidl because I need to go and do a food shop. I never do a food shop, like a big food shop, before or if I ever know I've got a diet change coming, which, to be honest, I haven't had a diet change in a little while and I could feel it coming. So I didn't stock up on much apart from Squares bars. We'll not go there. And yeah, so I'm just about to head in. I've got some things that I've changed a lot on my rest day. So like I've got prawns in now instead of salmon, so I need to go and buy prawns. I'm nearly out of veg, so there's a few carbless meals now, so I'm gonna go make sure I've got lots of veg for that and just stock up on some general bits. But I thought I'd bring you with me, and also just want to say that I'm really sorry. I feel like that last clip that I filmed my post-workout was an absolute disaster. Yeah, I just feel like prep has kind of just started to hit me a little bit, and that's to be expected, and I'm not complaining whatsoever. I'm just apologising because my head will probably be up my arse a bit more than normal. But I've also, so last prep I was training one day on, one day off for a long time. So like some weeks I would only do 3 sessions a week because I was doing like upper lower training, and it was good, but I found it kind of almost knackered me more than need be, and meant I had to take obviously a lot more rest days, whereas we're now doing a more of a body part split. So I had trained set days of the week, so starting from Monday it's back and biceps, next day glute and hams, next day shoulders and triceps, which I just did today, so that's Wednesday. Thursday's a rest day, Friday is a lower body session, a Saturday is an upper body session, Sunday is rest. So I'm training 5 days a week now, whereas like last year I was training 4 or 3 days a week, and like my recovery is still great. I had a good lot of progressions this time, and I actually think this is working way better for me. There's actually a video a little while back that it was one of my prep updates, I'm sure, and that covers like why we have my training split that way. And like obviously we kind of kept it in the back of our mind that if I just wasn't recovering, if things weren't going well, that we would be able to change it come prep. Like we could simplify it again, we could go back to 2 on 1 off if I was going to recover better. But honestly, I'm coping fine, and I think it's because, so like in my 3 days in a row, the first day is back and the last day is like, or back and biceps, and then shoulders and triceps with glutes and hamstrings in the middle. So I mean, I'm tired, but we'll see how we go. So along with my food drop as well, I've got cardio up on a rest day. So tomorrow morning I have a solid 60 minutes on the stairs, which will be fun. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I actually really like cardio. It's like me time, and shout out to Lucy, she's watching this, who's just started cardio as well. Oh, someone's just pulled beside me. Who just started cardio as well, and now I have someone, like other people to talk to in the mornings. I'm actually making more friends now. So I have more people to talk to in the gym, which is quite nice. But yeah, I'm gonna go in and get my shopping. I'll take you with me. I'll see if I can prop you in the trolley, and we'll see if we get anything exciting. Probably not. Okay, it's now a good bit later. What time is it? 6:30, and we're cooking up meal 1, 3, meal 4. Sorry, that took me a while. So I have here some peppers cooking, and I've got my chicken, and what I'm having now is a chicken salad and rice cakes, which sounds so boring, but it's personal choice. Nikki gives me the option of potatoes or rice, but I actually specifically request rice cakes because I'm a loser. I really love rice cakes. I just can't help myself. On prep, I become the rice cake queen, and I'm not ashamed. Not ashamed of that at all. I'm just gonna put some lettuce. I say some, a lot less, and then I will chop up my cucumber, normally use about half a cucumber. I love cucumber. People always associate it with you being starving, but I have cucumber in off season. It's my favourite. And all the chickeny goodness. Add in the rice cakes. That's it. That's my meal 4. Did they score?
Yeah.
Okay, it's last meal time, and I'm sorry if there's shouting or cheering in the background. We're watching the football, and England just scored, so Nicky's a very happy man. I think I said this before, but as much as we're from Scotland, we're both half English, so Nicky's actually not really Scottish at all. He's half English, half Russian, and I am half English, half Scottish. We're watching the England game. Nicky's a very happy man because I think they've just scored. So I'm on meal duty, the usual way, 0% yogurt and strawberries tonight. So we have the same meal, just slightly different portions, and Nicky gets some nuts. So I'll make it up and I'll catch up with you afterwards. Also, I apologise for the dressing gown. It's a bit chilly, and to be honest, you're probably going to see me in all sorts of outfits during prep because I feel the cold so much. And by the time prep ends, it'll be like October, so I'll have all the fluffiness everywhere to keep me warm. But I just thought I'd ask, because I don't know if I'm just a total weirdo, but this is like a little Winnie the Pooh bowl that I've had. Like, I got given it for like a christening present when I was little, and I've just always eaten out of it, like cereal when I was younger. Like, it's just always been a bowl that sat in our cupboard. And when I started like bodybuilding, this became my yogurt bowl, and it means so much to me. It's so weird, but you see, if this ever broke, I think I would cry. I'd actually cry about it, because it's just the cutest little thing. And because it's like, there's a normal size bowl, it's like slightly smaller, so it just makes the yogurt last longer. Couple that with my baby spoon and I am a child. Okay, I swear every time I turn this camera on I'm wearing something different. I just can't decide what temperature I am today. Support max neuro time. There's still a bit of football left. Get this in now so I can go to bed straight away, because I'm gonna have to be up early in the morning to do all my usual morning stuff and also do cardio. So most people have it in a shaker, but I use a mug and a fork. So I have the blueberry flavour, which I love. It's definitely my favourite. Mango's nice, but blueberry's the best. But anyway, I'm going to sign off here, because after the football's done, I'm just going to go straight to bed. So I hope you've enjoyed this little update of a full day of eating at like 11-ish weeks out. I will be doing a actual like full-on prep update for you guys on Saturday, because that is officially the halfway point. I can't even believe we're halfway through prep. Like, that has flown by. Oh my god. I'm gonna go sit down, watch the rest of football and go to bed. So good night, thank you for watching, and as always, please like and subscribe if you like this video, and I am sure there will be many more updated full days of eating to come as we get deeper into prep.